Hey, family. Welcome to Put Your Dukes Up Reaction. You got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Simply translate to so you don't have to get ready. We got another one here for you. This is a wild one here. This one kind of blowing my mind. That's why I'm a little thrown off. We got a young brother who let his girl have it, and wow, she took him back. What I mean by that, I'm gonna leave that for you. Let's get into it and see what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Flower Mound police are accusing a North Texas TikTok star of trying to kill his girlfriend. Their affidavit says Darius Brownlee confessed after he got into a heated argument with Zahra that ended with him shooting her in the head. She has survived and is in critical condition.
And they told me I can't sleep on this side, but this side hurt more than this side. And people are like, does it hurt? Yes. Yes. Everything hurts.
You call me ugly. Like, is there anything pretty about me?
Yeah.
What?
Because you're pretty damn stupid.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I don't want any more.
I can't even see you.
Give it to me. I don't like,
I can't see you.
I don't like how mean
Stand
you
that way.
are.
Now you want me to, now you sit over here talking about I'm mean.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was just the biggest fan of their relationship because I wasn't.
I remember the first time I saw Ladarius and Zahra on TikTok. They seemed like a picture-perfect couple, laughing and proclaiming love in short video clips. The page was full of smiling selfies and playful skits, the kind of content that makes you think, wow, these two are really in love. But as I delved deeper, I began to sense something was off. Little did I know their story would take a harrowing turn, one that would leave me both horrified and incredulous. On TikTok, Ladarius and Zahra shared hundreds of videos documenting their everyday life and romance. They even merged their names into a joint account called Deno and Zahra, which attracted over 155,000 followers at its peak. In these clips, we see a young couple doing goofy challenges, going on outings, and occasionally playfully bickering. Viewers, myself included, were drawn to their chemistry. They were an interracial couple, and they had a way of making their ups and downs seem entertaining. Every post amassed thousands of likes. Their followers would comment things like couple goals, or love how real you two are. Watching their content, you'd think Ladarius Brownlee, nicknamed Deno, was a devoted boyfriend and Sayyidah Zahra Hashemi was the bubbly girlfriend who adored him. They often staged trendy pranks. For example, Zahra once recorded herself ignoring my man to see his reaction as a joke.
Alright. I can't wait. When it's my turn, it's my turn. You taking pictures? Oh, you got this. Yeah, you want to be in the picture by yourself and shit. Yeah, I'm here. It's a real nigga here.
Can you move? I've been trying to get your
Hello.
I've been trying to get your attention this whole time.
Yeah, I'm here too.
How have you not noticed that I've been trying to get your attention this whole time?
Yeah.
It felt harmless at the time, just young love on display. As I kept up with Ladarius and Zahra's posts, I started noticing undertones that were less than ideal. Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions.
So you already told me that you're not gonna. So like, if I die today and it was your fault you didn't marry me, you're not gonna be buried next to me. You're gonna go be buried next to your wife. Okay, go and go get your wife. What the fuck you need me for?
Okay, no,
go find
Zahra,
your wife. Go find your wife.
Okay.
I'm not doing this no more.
Hey.
I'm about to be mad the rest of the damn night. I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't want to see you. Go ahead and go find you your wife since I'm not trying.
Well, I'm mad you got that goddamn size 4X goddamn button on your head, but I ain't saying that.
You don't want to be buried next to me? But that's because you're choosing
my girlfriend.
to have not. But that's your fault. I'm gonna die as your girlfriend because you haven't married me.
I'm swerving. I can't see.
Do I look happy?
Yeah.
Do I honestly look happy to you?
Yeah.
Do I look happy?
Do I look happy?
No, you never look happy.
I do look happy.
You don't ever look happy. You always look annoyed.
See?
Just because you put a smile, I don't give a shit. Just because you put a smile on your face doesn't mean you look happy.
This is me looking.
It's fake.
There was an intensity to their interactions that, in hindsight, looks like a red flag. Sometimes their playful teasing went a little too far. In a few clips, Ladarius would joke about checking Zahra's phone, or Zahra would prank him, and his reaction, though meant to be funny, came off as genuinely irritated. At the time, followers brushed it off. In fact, many followers seemed to glamorize their volatility, leaving comments that essentially cheered on the drama. It's as if the more chaotic their videos, the more people ate it up, turning toxic behavior into entertainment. I admit, I chuckled at some of those pranks, not realizing what might be simmering off camera.
Shit. The stupidest fucking shit. This shit don't even look good right here. I can't even see you.
I don't want any more.
I can't even see you.
Give it to me. I don't
Nah,
like,
I can't see
no,
you.
I don't like how mean
Stand
you
that
always
way.
are.
Now you want me to, now you sit over and talk about I'm mean. If you look at this video, get.
I don't want pictures.
Okay.
Only later did we learn the truth. Ladarius's and Zahra's relationship was tumultuous behind closed doors. According to friends and witnesses, their love story was peppered with ugly fights and even physical altercations well before any gunshot rang out. On July the 4th, 2024, Ladarius and Zahra spent the evening at the Independence Day Festival in Flower Mound, Texas. It should have been a night of celebration, fireworks, music, and community festivities at Bakersfield Park. Zahra posted excited snippets earlier that day, smiling in her red, white, and blue outfit. But as the night wore on, witnesses noticed the couple arguing while walking back from the festival. Their argument escalated into a heated altercation, turning physical according to a police affidavit. Bystanders grew concerned as Ladarius's voice rose and Zahra shouted back. It wasn't the first time they'd caused a scene, but this felt different, more intense. At some point, Ladarius essentially forced Zahra into their black 2024 Chevrolet Blazer SUV so they could leave. Multiple witnesses later told police they saw him manhandle her into the back seat during the scuffle. They sped off into the darkness with a couple of friends, the rear passengers, in the vehicle as well. But the conflict didn't stop. The argument continued in the SUV. Just a few miles down the road, around 12:50 a.m., Ladarius's rage reached a breaking point. He abruptly pulled the SUV over on Flower Mound Road. According to the affidavit, an enraged Ladarius grabbed a handgun, a tan Glock pistol, from the driver's side door pocket. He waved the gun erratically, even pointing it at the friends in the back seat as a threat. What happened next is almost too horrible to recount. In a flash, Ladarius turned the gun on Zahra and pulled the trigger, shooting her point blank above her right eye. Zahra collapsed, bloodied against the seat. The friends in the back started screaming. Ladarius himself was in shock at what he'd done. Panicked, one of the passengers scrambled out of the car and dialed 911. On the recorded 911 call, amidst the chaos, Ladarius confessed, "I shot her," he blurted to the operator. It's a chilling admission, but it also tells me that in that instant, whatever anger or pride he had was gone. He knew he had gone too far. When officers arrived at the 1800 block of Flower Mound Road, they found Zahra lying in the road outside the vehicle, gravely injured. Ladarius stayed on scene, reportedly distraught, and surrendered himself to whatever his faith would be at that moment. Zahra was rushed to a nearby hospital in Grapevine, Texas, barely clinging to life. A bullet to the head. It's a miracle she even survived the trip to the ER. Later, during a formal interview at the police station, Ladarius again confessed to investigators that he shot Zahra. There was no denying it. Not after the 911 admission, the witnesses, and the physical evidence. He was immediately arrested and charged. News of the shooting spread fast. The next morning, headlines across Texas read along the lines of "Popular TikTok creator arrested for shooting girlfriend." Those of us who recognized the name Deno and Zahra couldn't believe it at first. It felt surreal that the couple we had watched dance and joke online were now the subjects of a violent crime report. But it was all too real. Zahra miraculously survived the gunshot, but she was in critical condition. For days, she lay in a hospital bed, and it wasn't clear if she would have permanent brain damage or even make it at all. Meanwhile, Ladarius sat in Denton County Jail, booked on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and multiple counts of deadly conduct.
Police tell me they're keeping a close eye on Hashimi's condition. They say she'll be in the hospital likely for a long time, and they say they could still add more charges against her one-time boyfriend.
His mugshot circulated on the news. The same familiar face from TikTok, now sporting an orange jumpsuit and a blank, tear-streaked expression. He was held on a hefty $900,000 bond, effectively keeping him behind bars as Zahra fought for her life. In the following weeks, Zahra slowly recovered consciousness. Remarkably, the bullet had not killed her. It was a close call. She endured surgery and had a long road of rehabilitation ahead, but she was alive.
Yes.
I'm going to take a minute here just to say, see how alcohol and guns don't go together well. It just, they don't mix. You know, one split second, you're enjoying yourself, and the next split second, you'll lose it all. Just that quick, you know. But I ain't going to delay y'all. We're going to get right back into it. Alcohol and guns do not mix. You got a gun and you're drinking, separate the two.
Everything hurts. And they told me I can't sleep on this side, but this side hurt more than this side. So I was sleeping on this side. Okay, I know my hair is, I know I need to put my hair up, but I don't care. I'm going to get surgery tomorrow.
Ladarius, on advice of his attorney, kept quiet publicly after his confessions. As a true crime follower, I braced myself for the court case and hoped Zahra would have the strength to testify against him if it came to that. Given his taped confession and multiple eyewitnesses, it seemed like an open and shut case of intimate partner violence. Witnesses had already informed police that this wasn't an isolated incident. The couple had a history of verbal and physical abuse. To me, it was clear that Ladarius had displayed a pattern of control and aggression, and July 4th was the deadly climax of that pattern. Many in the public expected Ladarius to face serious prison time for what he did. It was almost unbelievable, then, when news emerged that the case might not go to a dramatic trial after all. Behind closed doors, deals were in the works. In February 2025, Ladarius Deno Brownlee pleaded guilty to shooting Zahra, but he claimed it was an accident. Through his lawyer, he spun the narrative that the gun somehow accidentally discharged after that 4th of July argument. Never mind that he literally pointed the weapon and fired. But this was the legal strategy. Zahra, who had since recovered enough to speak, did not object. In fact, here's the kicker. Zahra stood by him. Rather than testify against Ladarius, she apparently agreed to this version of events.
No one knows how sweet Deno is. I swear to God, no one knows. You weren't in the car. You weren't driving. You weren't anywhere. And do people even know where I was at? Do you? No. The ones that read the whole story and they're educated in the story, okay. But everybody else, no. You don't know what happened. Because why? I'm a Capricorn. So why do I need to stick up for someone that doesn't need to be stuck up for?
Right.
And why is he out? Tell me that. Tell me that.
Period.
It took 7 months and a week and he got out. Why though? Oh, okay. And he still has my phone, my passport, everything that Deno had on, his jewelry, wallet, keys, his phone, Fatima's stuff, Zay's stuff. They still have that. My rental car. And I'm so tired of you guys that weren't even there commenting on my stuff. I just want you guys to know everything is being deleted. So you can comment all you want. I'm going to delete it.
You're wasting your time.
Literally. People are telling me that they pray for me. because I'm delusional. And I said, me?
Right.
I appreciate the prayers, but I don't appreciate you telling me that you're praying for me because I'm delusional.
Right.
The plea deal was startlingly lenient given the circumstances. Ladarius was sentenced to 10 years of probation. No prison time. Yes, you heard that right. A man who shot his girlfriend in the head walked out of court with just probation. When I read that, I was honestly shocked and a bit sick to my stomach. This outcome was legally predicated on the idea of an accidental shooting, despite all the evidence of intentional violence. But it's what came next that truly left me and everyone else speechless. Not long after the court case wrapped up, rumors started flying on social media. Ladarius and Zahra were back together.
Hello, why you look like this?
What? Like Watchmen?
At first, I refused to believe it. How could they possibly reunite after such a horrific incident? But then Zahra herself hinted at it. A cryptic Instagram story of two hands intertwined with a tattoo matching Ladarius's, and a caption about forgiveness. Friends reported seeing them together around town in North Texas. And in the ultimate confirmation, Brownlee's own lawyer stated to the press that the two remain a couple. Zahra had quite literally taken back the man who nearly killed her. To say this development was controversial would be an understatement. When I share this part of the story, I do so with a heavy dose of skepticism and concern. Zahra's decision to reconcile with Ladarius shocked even their most loyal fans. It triggered a wave of commentary online about the cycle of abuse. People asked, why would she go back?
Because if they want to talk shit about me, they can. I don't care. Like, I've been in it twice of life because I let people tell me how I should live, and I'm not gonna do that because any decision I make in my own life, okay, and if you're screen recording me, tell them that I can't speak, so I have to tell you guys in my own life, and that has nothing to do with you guys. Doesn't mean I'm a bad person.
Some speculated that fear, trauma bonding, or financial dependency, the TikTok fame and possible earnings played a role. Others, frankly, were angry with Zahra, accusing her of sending a dangerous message by forgiving her abuser. I try not to judge a victim's actions because escaping an abusive relationship is far more complex than outsiders realize. But it's clear that this is a deeply toxic dynamic. This entire saga has left me with a lot to think about, especially regarding how social media can distort our perception of relationships. Ladarius Brownlee and Zahra Hashimi carefully crafted an image of a passionate, loving couple online. And we, the audience, ate it up. I think about all those times I scrolled past their videos without questioning what might be happening when the camera wasn't recording. It's so easy to assume that the personas people show us on platforms like TikTok or Instagram are real. But in this case, that polished feed was a veneer covering a relationship teetering on the edge of disaster. The fact that followers unintentionally glamorized the couple's toxic behavior is a sobering reminder. When fans cheered on their wild arguments or intense makeup and breakup cycles as entertainment, it may have only encouraged Ladarius and Zahra to normalize the dysfunction. It's almost as if the online applause drowned out the alarm bells that should have been ringing. Social media thrives on extremes, the cutest love stories, or the most dramatic fights, and creators often feel pressure to one-up themselves to keep viewers engaged. I suspect Ladarius and Zahra got caught in that cycle, performing their relationship even as it truly fell apart. They received validation from likes and comments, which can confuse anyone into thinking bad behavior isn't so bad if it gets attention. But let's be clear. There is nothing cute or romantic about what happened on that July 4th night. Domestic violence is not a crime of passion to be excused or downplayed. It's a crime, period. No TikTok fame or dramatic love story tropes can justify or soften the reality that Ladarius put a gun to Zahra's head and pulled the trigger. I remain deeply concerned for Zahra's safety and well-being. The pattern of abuse, followed by reconciliation, is common in toxic relationships, and it often means the cycle may repeat. This time she survived a gunshot. Next time, who knows? As I narrate this story, I keep thinking about the audience out there, especially those who may be watching with a mix of horror and disbelief. Many of you have enough life experience to understand how quickly a situation can go from loving to lethal. I urge everyone, if you ever find yourself or someone you care about in a relationship that shows signs of these kinds of red flags, constant jealousy, manipulation, explosive arguments, violence, please take it seriously. Don't dismiss it as just how they are, or worse, as something to be envied because it's passionate. Passion should never require fear or bruises. In the end, the tale of Ladarius Brownlee and Zahra Hashemi is a stark cautionary tale. It's a story of how a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde social media fantasy crumbled into very real violence. It's about the dangers of confusing online persona with reality. And it's about the insidious way a toxic relationship can pull two people into a destructive orbit that's hard to escape. I truly hope Zahra finds the strength to seek help and safety, and that Ladarius faces the consequences of his actions beyond just legal repercussions. Perhaps through genuine remorse and rehabilitation, if that's even possible. But as of now, watching them act like nothing happened, I remain unconvinced that the underlying issues have been addressed. This was not just a one-night explosion. It was the culmination of long-brewing toxicity that was ignored and even glamorized by their online world. It's a jarring example of how social media can blind us to the truth behind closed doors. As an observer myself, I find no happy ending here, only lessons. I'll never look at those perfect couple TikToks the same way again, and I suspect neither will you.
Yeah, I can't talk as fast as I used to. So, and I was a fast talker. I'm not gonna refund anyone. Tell me how much money you paid me, and then we can talk about it. But I don't care if you don't. I don't care. Like, just so everyone knows, I'm not going to refund anyone because it's not even under my count. I got the GoFundMe page when I was in the ICU and I couldn't even talk. I couldn't even speak. And the doctor didn't know if I was going to make it. So no.
Well, family, I'm gonna say this: if she like it, I love it. One thing I've learned in life about people relationships is I try my best not to get in them, because you're gonna wind up being the bad guy. Up, down, you just gonna wind up being the bad guy. So with this one, I let to each his own make their own conclusion of it, and that's what it is. So I'm gonna ask you to like, share, and subscribe. Do that for me, family. Put that hype button. I need your support. It's the only way we're gonna make it to the top. Again, that's about all to that one. Until the next time, family, let's go.
Say no, crackhead.